This is Embra Jackson, Senior Pastor, First United Methodist Church, Tupelo, bringing you today's devotion. I wish that I had a great voice for singing, but unfortunately I do not. However, I love good music, I love rhythm, I love the words of songs. Today's devotion is one of my favorite songs from Andre Crouch entitled, Through It All. I'd like to share some of these words with you, and again, if I could sing, I would, but these words I think are very powerful in and of themselves. He says, I've had many tears and sorrows. I've had questions for tomorrow. There have been times I didn't know right from wrong. But in every situation, God gave blessed consolation that my trials come to only make me strong. I've been to a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of faces. There have been times I've felt so all alone. But in my lonely hours, yes, those precious lonely hours, Jesus let me know that I was his own. I thank God for the mountains, and I thank him for the valleys. I thank him for the storms he brought me through. For if I'd never had a problem, I wouldn't know that he could solve them. I'd never know what faith in God can do. The refrain says, through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon his word. Facing all that we're facing in life, even without COVID-19, life itself can be difficult. These words to this song were written before the coronavirus was a part of our everyday life. But Andre Crouch went through some troubling times. And in the words of this song, he's reminding us that through it all, God has promised always and everywhere to be with us. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon his word. And that is my word for us today. Through it all, learn how to depend and trust on God's word. Let us bow our heads. Almighty and everlasting God, come touch us. Remind us that through it all, you have promised to be with us. Remind us, dear God, that through it all, we are not alone. Remind us, dear God, that we can trust and depend upon your word. Reach out and touch those who are hearing these words, and let them know, dear God, that you are still there for them and with them, and that somehow this too shall pass. Remind us all that through it all, we can trust and depend on your word. This we ask in thy name. Amen.